G'day. What I've got here today is the cheapest Bluetooth audio receiver I could find on AliExpress and the cheapest amplifier kit I could find on AliExpress. My goal is to see if I can cobble these two things together to make a Bluetooth audio amplifier, which, if it works, would be a great model for kids and students. So I'm going to test it now to see if I can make it before I go ahead and try and get my kids to make it. Let's see what we've got here in these packets. This is the Bluetooth audio receiver, and it looks like it has a little headphone output, a micro USB connector, I guess, to power it. The key thing here is these three little blank patch boards here, which I'm hoping can be used to send a signal across to the amplifier. Also, I have a positive and negative supply here for a battery. So far, I've not been able to find any Bluetooth audio receiver kits, so I'm going to see if I can join this one to a regular old amplifier kit and see what happens. So this here is my amplifier kit. It comes with an LM386, which has already got bent legs, which I think is a 1 watt amplifier. Power jack, a potentiometer, 3 resistors, a couple of electrolytic capacitors, a couple of, looks like, what are these, tantalum capacitors maybe, a pin header, an IC socket, and an instruction sheet. Oh, don't forget the PCB, which seems to show pretty clearly where everything goes. It says it's 0.5 watt to 10 watts. It does say it can accept 5 to 12 volts as an input, which means I should be able to couple both of these two units together and power them with 6 volts happily. I'm going to set myself up with my favourite soldering iron, some solder and a sponge. So I've got DC in 1, DC in 2. I've got speaker here. I've got a plus and minus here. I don't know what that is. Let's have a look here. diagram. According to that wiring diagram, we should be able to plug in a positive or negative signal here onto this pin. I can power it from here. Likewise, this board here can be powered as such. I'm wondering if I can actually solder these two together like so, which is a bit of a guess. I think I'm going to give it a try. So on the diagram here, it looks like pin 1 and 2 don't connect to anything. Pin 4 and 5 connects to the positive input, and then ground obviously connects to pin 2. I've got a right, a ground, and a left. I think in this case I'm going to take one channel, and I'll take ground to here and right channel to here. Just hit those wires. And I'm going to make the grey wire ground. And the purple wire right. Let's see. I'm going to make blue positive and green negative. Give this a nice 6 volts. I guess the first signal will be whether that LED lights up or not. Will help if I put my input into the power and not the speaker. So once again, blue as the positive, green is the negative. Should have just enough left on there, which I do. Okay, I've got a light flashing on the Bluetooth board. I've got a power light on the amplifier. So let's see now, can I pair this sucker? Now the only thing I have neglected to do is to attach a speaker. So I'm going to get that happening now. And I've got a nice little speaker here. I can connect to either this little tweeter or this big speaker. I think I might go for the big speaker. Here we are with the whole setup cobbled together. I've got the amplifier being powered straight through the USB supply from the Bluetooth board. I've got the speaker output going here into this 6x9 speaker here. And I'm going to hit the play button and see what happens. You can hear a little bit of buzzing and clicking sort of sound. There is some noise happening there. Got a relatively clear signal here. So there we go. I think I can call that a relative success. Can you make a very cheap Bluetooth receiver amplifier from stuff that you got from AliExpress? The answer is yes.